What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, like the video. If you agree with what I have to say, remember to like. It really helps the video out. A ton of you guys aren't subscribed who watch this video, so please make sure you subscribe by the end of the video. Anyway, David Dobrik has been in the latest drama. If you haven't already caught up on the David Dobrik drama, I very much recommend you watch my previous video. It covers everything, and today is covering David Dobrik's response to everything. Well, David Dobrik kind of seems like he's too much of a bitch to respond himself, so he got Scotty Sire to upload a video defending him.
I am totally sick of seeing my friends' names get dragged through the mud because of false allegations and lies and just things that aren't true. They haven't said anything because typically the Vlog Squad does not address rumors and lies and gossip because it platforms the person telling the lies, draws attention to it. Telling a lie is a mistake itself.
David can't do his own dirty work, apparently, even though he provides Scotty evidence and clips himself. I find that such a bitch move, man. So he starts the video just sucking David and Jason dry, both hands.
David's a great person. Jason's a great person. In fact, they're both fantastic people. David doesn't have a mean bone in his body. He's so nice. And Jason also is like the sweetest, most caring, there for you anytime you need him person in the world.
All I see right now is... Clearly, this isn't going to be objective.
Don't call it sharing your truth if you're sharing a lie.
So he starts off by calling everything a lie in regards to what Seth has been saying. So let's see what evidence Scotty Boy brings forward.
Seth accused David and Jason of sexual assault for a kissing prank that was done in 2017, which is so fucked up because he was part of the videos. He knows what we do.
It's what you do. Make others make out with blokes who they haven't consented to. Oh, sound like a great group of guys. Where do I sign up?
And then after the prank was finished, David asked him.
After that, I had an idea to pull the prank on him again, so I thought it would be fun to blatantly ask him for consent. Do I have permission to try to prank you again and get you to make out with Jason?
I'm very confused by that, because how the hell could you be so confident to tell me that I have to consent to something that I'm not gonna know that I'm gonna do?
So Scotty goes on to show this clip that happened after David pulled off the first prank, where he didn't get Seth's consent, which is the extremely fucked up part. They pranked Seth a second time, which Scotty said is okay because he asked for consent 5 months prior to the second prank happening, where, as far as I'm aware, with the clip Scotty shows, Seth didn't give his consent, like, at all. Let's just run that clip back real quick.
After that, I had an idea to pull the prank on him again, so I thought it would be fun to blatantly ask him for consent. Do I have permission to try to prank you again and get you to make out with Jason?
I'm very confused by that, because how the hell could you be so confident to tell me that I have to consent to something that I'm not gonna know that I'm gonna do?
Where do you hear Seth saying, yeah, David, do it again? He literally questions how he can give consent to something that he doesn't know is going to happen or when it's going to happen. On top of this being 5 months prior to when the second prank happened, enough time so that Seth would completely forget he ever even said this. It just wouldn't be running through his head, and David disguised it as a brand deal, a big opportunity for Seth in which he promised payment. So I'm not surprised David got him again, because he went to such insane lengths to prank him.
Now, do you think David would go and film this bit if Seth had said no?
Yes, absolutely, because we've seen on the first prank, he did it without his consent anyway. No way in hell, my ass. This guy's mouth is glued to David's arsehole. He then shows Seth's reaction on the second prank, where Seth gives David props in his initial reaction because he got him again.
You're the best. You're the f***ing best, David. This motherfucker told me that this was gonna happen again. And I can always respect the fucking man that keeps his word.
Putting him on the spot when he thought this was a huge brand deal and fooling him. Yeah, I'm sure this is his reaction, you know? It doesn't surprise me that he reacted like that. I don't know if you can relate, but if you've been made a fool of, you try to play it off the best way you can because you don't want to look even worse. Especially in a case like this, where it barely even registers in your brain, because he prepared and went all the way over there where there was a full camera crew and everything for an advert, for a paid brand deal. And even if you're watching this and his reaction to the second prank makes you feel a bit different about Seth, we can still all agree there's still no excuse for the first prank they pulled where they blatantly had no consent. And if you consider the clip Scotty showed you consent for the second prank, I don't, but if you do, then you still can't argue about the first time. Because the fact remains, the first time it happened, David did not have his consent and went as far as to brag about this prank on his podcast and how great it made him feel. This audio is just such a big yikes. He describes it as the best prank he's ever pulled.
Today, we pulled a prank on my friend Seth. It's probably the best prank I've ever pulled on anyone, in my opinion.
He then describes how he pulled said prank off.
And I'm like, yeah, Seth, just don't hold back. You can make out as much as you want, have as much tongue as you want. Just keep kissing her. As he's leaning in, I'm like, fuck yeah, I got it. It's game over. It's in the bag.
Fuck yeah, guys. I tricked my friend into thinking he was kissing a girl when he was really kissing a disgusting old man. Whoa, what a prank. And of course, creepy Jason chimes in about how he slipped in the tongue first.
I slip him the tongue first.
Oh, big flex from Jason there. Gotta feel proud of yourself, buddy. And David just can't get over his luck in getting this prank.
I think I looked up to the ceiling and I'm like, God, what did I do to deserve such beauty? It was my favorite thing.
You can't fake that, you know. It wouldn't be something you could ever fake.
Oh my God, fuck me. And that clip right there from Jason saying it's just not something you could ever fake, and it wasn't faked. So why haven't you just apologized to Seth? Why haven't you just said something? Because the only argument against Seth that would really put him in the ground is if he knew the first prank was all staged in the first place. If Seth was your friend, someone you liked and valued, couldn't just apologize to him. Instead, you've got Scotty Boy making your rebuttal for you. David then goes on to say how bad he felt about the prank and how he knows how much shit Seth's gonna get because of this.
It was so perfect, and I feel so bad, and it's awful because the poor guy had to go through that. And his friends are probably going to chew him out for that for the next, 3-5 years of his life.
You didn't feel bad enough to pay him for any of it, did you? Over 10 million views, you made racks, you made bank.
A guy from Compton, and I made him make out with another older man.
It's good for Seth.
Seconds.
What a great guy David is. What a great guy. He knows. He actively knows how much this will cause Seth, someone he calls a friend, but uploaded it anyway to millions, got over 10 million views, didn't pay the man a dime, even though the video went viral because of that prank. And again, I want to clarify, payment doesn't change anything for Seth. I know that. However, it just shows what David's like, where he made big money off the back of his friend and humiliating his friend, couldn't throw him a bone.
It's good for Seth.
Seconds.
It gets him some airtime.
Oh my God, what? That just shows the mentality of the vlog squad. It's good for him because he got airtime, so nothing else matters. What planet do these fuckers live on? Pluto? Jupiter? Why are they not grounded here on Earth? Airtime and views doesn't make up for being humiliated like that. It wasn't good for Seth. Do you know who it was good for? David, who got fame, subscribers, money, clout, and free content out of his friend. Ultimately, when you put everything into perspective, the only one who it is good for is David Dobrik. Right, let's get back to Scotty's video.
I'm not saying that these kissing pranks were his ideas, but he did give consent to them and he partook in them. And
Why does this guy never mention how he didn't consent to the first prank? The one everyone got so mad about. He keeps avoiding it and just be like, yeah, but look, he laughed at the second one, so we don't talk about the first prank though because he blatantly didn't have consent. This video is just a huge deflection. He then uses this prank as an example to be like, hey, look, see, Seth did stuff too.
3, 2, 1, action!
I happen to like Seth's behind.
What? He mooned Jason? You're comparing that to this? He then continues on the path of deflecting the first incident with text messages provided by the mastermind David Dobrik himself, from Seth asking to do the kissing prank a third time.
Guys, this is a text from Seth from about 2 years ago. He goes, yo, bro, I was thinking about it. I'm down for another kissing sketch. I said, haha, what do you mean? He goes, lol, I don't really care as long as you clout me up. I'm not gay, just don't care. And then he sends me this.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's not really a big deal. It's the same shit. Just, I don't know, more open-minded.
So let me get this straight. The one time Seth fully gave you his consent, you didn't do the prank. Probably took the joy out of it for you. The fact he wanted to do it a third time does not invalidate the first time it happened or even the second time. Consent is the huge difference here, and he clearly gave it to you for a third prank. Sure, he was probably desperate for clout, probably wanted to do it, get some subscribers and clout. However, the fact remains he gave consent to this one that never happened. These texts would be much more damning if this was him talking about the first prank. But it's not. There's nothing to disprove what Seth was saying about the first prank. And I just want to reiterate, the fact David gives Scotty this evidence and all this and refuses to comment or grow a pair and talk about it himself, bitch alert. Because now Scotty is getting all the backlash on his video as the comments are swarmed with hate and people disliking Scotty's video. It has over 38,000 dislikes. But that is just what David wanted. And Scotty boy here took the bait and is now taking the brunt of the backlash because David's a bitch. Scotty then goes on to talk about a completely separate situation where Seth allegedly posted revenge can't say the whole word, I'll get demonetized, which I have no insight of. However, I've heard that this errand girl apparently, allegedly, said the N-word in this clip, and Seth was recording it apparently to expose that. However, this is not the issue at hand and is something that needs more research and actually both sides of the story to talk about. I might cover more of it in a different, separate video if more information comes to light. But again, it's deflecting the actual issue we're talking about today. And I do not trust this Scotty guy one bit.
Lies that you're telling are ruining other people's lives.
What lies? I don't understand these lies. Because Scotty refuses to address the fact there was no consent for the first prank because it would make him look like an idiot. What lies has Seth told? Factually, when the facts are all in place, there was no consent for what Jason did. He thought it was Corinna. This is what Seth has been saying. Now, did Seth leave out the fact he asked for a third prank? Sure, he might have left stuff like that out. However, it's stuff that doesn't invalidate what happened. This video Scotty has made is a fucking shambles. This next clip alone sums up this garbage video.
I know that you spoke to David a couple years ago in private and told him you felt uncomfortable about the video, and so he took the video down. And I totally understand feelings of regret and feeling uncomfortable about something that you've done in the past, but you can't blame your uncomfortableness or your regret for your actions when you were a part. You partook in it.
But he didn't know he was partaking in it the first time. That's the point. He thought he was making out with Corinna. That is what he gave consent to. How is it his fault that his friend did him dirty and uploaded it for millions? What are you talking about? Scotty then shows old clips of Seth where he talks about the prank in a different light.
At the end of the day, I would have laughed at it if it was someone else. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm a type of person, if I feel like I would laugh at something, like don't dish anything out if you wouldn't be willing to take it. So I was just like, I've pranked people before. I've done some fucked up shit.
I want to call my mom and see what my mom thinks about this. And I called my mom, and she just started busting up laughing. I'm like, if my mom is laughing her ass off, everyone else are gonna laugh their ass off.
I don't know the date on these, however, this is all seemingly when he was on the vlog squad. Clouded by the clout, I'm sure, but it still doesn't change how messed up the prank is that he pulled, the first prank, which Scotty refuses to acknowledge. I don't think, and this is the argument you're making, the fact Seth realized how messed up it was later invalidates his argument anymore. That tends to happen with people who go through stuff like this. They realize later down the road, oh, that actually was a pretty bad experience for me. I don't think the fact Seth realized how messed up it was later invalidates his experience, which is the argument Scotty boy here is trying to make.
The lies you've been spreading are unforgivable and you should face repercussion. I was there creating these moments and bits with them, and you were here creating the moments and bits that you were in with everybody.
Again, with the lies. Until someone shows me proof Seth knew about the first prank and gave full consent, I don't see any lies here. And we have David and Jason on record saying it couldn't be fake. Well, that is it. That is all the main points from Scotty boy's video. Take it what you will. I thought it was a ton of deflection, leaving out the biggest point of the lack of consent to the first prank. And I hope David shit tastes good, Scotty boy, because you just ate a fuck ton of it. And it all comes down to this to me. How hard is it for David to just say, I'm sorry, I fucked up and it was wrong? Just admit it. Just admit it was fucked. Objectively, even people who even liked Scotty's video can see how messed up the first prank was. I doubt he will have the balls to officially respond himself. He should. This video doesn't even address the Big Nick situation that I covered in my video. It doesn't even touch that. So David, there are a lot of questions surrounding the things you've done that I think you should answer and address yourself. Grow a pair. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I had to make my response to this. I got a lot of people asking me what I thought. Please leave a like if you agree. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We cover all sorts of drama here, cover loads of different videos. Make sure you have a notification bell turned on as well, because YouTube notifications are screwed. My Instagram, my Twitter, the links are in the description. My DMs are always open on my platforms for you guys to reach out and talk to me. So if you have any opinions or any think you want to run by me, that is the best place to be. Make sure you follow my Twitter, follow my Instagram, and yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Until next time, fuck off.